On this week's episode of Talking Town Ball, the crew is monitoring some illegal activity, and it's in the bat department. We also welcome this week's guest from Waterville, Slammin' Sam Stier. So strap in, grab a classic Italian hoagie, and wash it down with a medium-bodied Cabernet Sauvignon Blanc. It's time to talk town ball.
Welcome to Talkin' Town Ball. Today is Tuesday, June 9th, so
nice.
6-9.
It's a beautiful day.
Way better
Beautiful
than
day.
that 6-7 crap we had 2 days ago.
All right.
That was an obnoxious day. I'm glad most schools were out by then, those poor teachers. So, all right. Where do we start? Where do we begin today?
In the intro, we teased a little bit about illegal bats, and it's funny. It's tied to a town in particular, and I would just want to say, like, what town would produce potential cheating situations? I don't know. Is there a Dassel Bat Company? Is there a Litchfield Bat Company?
I don't think so.
We're not trying to slander anybody, by the way.
We're
we're trying to poke fun. Delano Bat Co. came out with a model bat. Is it a certain model, right?
It has, I do know this, and I might be butchering the pronunciation. It has Phazon technology, like FZN. These bats are hot. They're cool.
The bats are hot.
People want to swing them, but they might not want to now because you might get a slap on the wrist or worse.
A stern talking to.
No, it's been declared they're illegal, and there might have been a team or two might have dipped in and maybe swung a bat or two.
Yeah.
I wonder what is the penalty for illegal equipment in the NBA?
So I think it's an ejection, which is a 2-game suspension, and I think that's you get caught using an illegal bat, or I don't know.
It's like using a corked bat or one with
like the George Brett Pine Tar. If you're going to tell the same thing,
Sammy Sosa.
I
would compare it more to a Sammy Sosa.
If you're corking a bat, you might get your ass kicked in the parking lot too. Honestly, have we ever seen that in town ball? Have we ever heard a story about someone attempting to cork a wooden bat?
I'm not going to condone it, but I think it'd be cool if someone did it.
if you're in like a home run derby.
Oh yeah,
maybe give it a shot.
Someone do it and really try to break it, because I want to see what happens.
Yeah. So this whole thing, it got brought to the attention of the state board, and then it was announced, by the way, we cannot use this bat.
Yeah. To give a little background on it, so Delano Bat Company, their CEO, I actually know him and his brothers a little bit. Logan Bendis, his name, good guy. He's actually a DC grad, so we can't crap on Delano too much here because I'm just as part to blame. But good dude, and brought their bats, Delano bats, the technology, all that, to the state board, met with them about getting it approved for play. I think the vote got shot down 6-3, but I do know that they're still working together with the board on figuring it out. I would assume that they just want some more testing on it, or, we don't know enough about these, so we can't just give you the green light yet, but, whatever.
Yeah, there's... every few years, it seems like it comes in cycles. There's a type of bat that is introduced, and people question its, legality. And
I can recall this is earlier in my career. I can recall DeMarini coming out with a composite bat that had like a metal bat handle.
Yeah, Sugar Daddy.
There's a corn dog.
Wasn't
that a DeMarini?
Yeah. So like those bats in the past were also shot down. Teams started to use them, and then they got shot down. And
they got shot down after the 2015 state tournament.
Yeah, mm-hmm. People have their opinions on it. You can go on Twitter.com or X.com, whatever it is now, and you can see what people have to say about it, or the decision not to allow a bat. But again, I think it's they're just trying to make a decision based on what they know.
Right. This one isn't one of those bomb bats, or this is not. This is far more souped up.
There's things happening.
We don't need to go in that direction. For town team baseball, so.
It's it's something fun. Maybe, like I said, if you have like a home run derby and you want to juice up the guys a little bit, have a show for the crowd. I don't even know if home run derbies exist around the state alongside an all-star game. I know that they do happen.
There's a couple.
Your guy didn't Crandall do one down in Union Hill?
Yeah, Union Hill. He did one there on a day where the wind was blowing in like 50 miles an hour.
That's where you need tough. You need the extra juice on a day like that.
You hit from center field and just hit it into the stand.
Second base?
From center
field towards the crowd. Set up a plate out there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how many different home run derbies there are or events like that or all-star games, but here's my suggestion. I would take it a step further. Just put some like Easton Stealths or DeMarini Voodoos or Exo Grids or better yet, like I don't know, like one of those good like Air Attacks or TPX bats. Those were
bring back like the 2005 bats. The ones
the ones that college baseball players were using, and it was coming off the bat at like 150. Let's see that
literal fire coming off of the bats. So, no, we had a little bit of a there's going to be comments either way, and we'll mention our we're going to mention our sponsors before we get into it heavily, but we might we're going to sound like company men here. We always support our Max Bats, and that's an option in town ball. And
it is an option.
You guys know that's been a staple for as long as they've been in the game, and that is as classic a wood bat as you're going to find, and there's options out there, but always supporting our Max Bats. We're gonna sound like true company men there, but we do support them. They're in our dugouts and alongside Max Bats.
Yeah, Max Bat's a great bat. There's a lot of options, but they're a good one too.
Oh, always. And if you're gonna get equipped and ready for the season, get your merchandise, you got to go to Rambo. That's our second sponsor.
Yes.
And, obviously, we got to give him a shout out there. And then Brian Rock rounding us out. It's just Ryan, we had kind of clarified some stuff with Brian Rock. Is there anything you wanted to mention? I mean, there were some things that we had talked about. We asked them, which field is utilizing Brian Rock?
Because we had played at Young America last Friday, and they are hosting our district playoffs, and I haven't been to Young America in 15 years.
Really?
I missed the game last year.
Wow.
And so I went there, and I'm just like, they have this place just dialed in, and we haven't had rain in a while either up to that point, and I'm walking on the infield, and I'm just like, I think this is Brian Rock. I remember getting told that they installed there and then Shakopee. We've played at both of those ballparks this year. And I was just like, wow, after literally 2 weeks of like very minimal rain, there is no dust. We played a Friday night and, guys are sliding, diving, all that stuff. No dust at all. Mm-hmm. And they didn't water it down. I mean, we were there about an hour before the game, but usually you're hitting it with water right before IO or shortly after. And I was like, okay, they didn't hit it with that, and it just played so smooth, natural hops, and no dust. So yeah, and so that is their premium product that they are really, really. Pushing that's out there right now, and Shakopee has the same thing. Brian Rock in general, you're not going to run into a lot of fields that don't have some sort of material that's from Brian Rock, whether that just be your basic egg line. But yes, Young America is their newer premium stuff that they're trying to get at your solid high school fields, town team fields, the ones that are getting played on. And getting groomed and taken care of on a daily basis by the usually volunteers or the baseball bobos in that town. So, yeah, I mean, it was phenomenal. I'm excited to go back to YA in a couple months for our districts, and I think everybody will enjoy that, and then enjoy playing a state tournament down in Shakopee with the Bryan Rock infield.
You didn't correct me if I'm wrong, but you didn't name the the name of the product, did you? Because I have it.
I don't think I did.
It's got a pretty elite name.
So it's there's like 3 levels of material, or three different levels that Bryan Rock uses. There's the RBDA, RBDA Plus, and RBDA Pro. And like the higher you go up, the better it is. But yeah, Young America has that RBDA Pro, and I'll read just a little snippet. It's the premium field solution meeting high standards demanded across our region. It's an advanced blend that combines the trusted qualities of RBDA, so like the stuff that's on a ton of fields around the state, but then with a stabilizer, and it's integrated with a mix of major league level clay and silt. So it's a surface that plays firm, holds together, doesn't get chopped up, and it's just game after game it holds up, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, we don't we get to some fields that have the product, the Pro, and it is kind of like it's a game changer for a field. It really is. And I know that we've had some like rain showers come through the last week or two, and the standing water on an infield can just absolutely kill a day. But for some of these ballparks, if you could pour a lot of liquid on the surface, and they're going to recover quickly, and that's due to that product. So we're going to keep an eye on that as the year goes. I mean, there's a lot of fields that are starting to make the change, and we're going to keep an eye on that as we go. But we got other topics here. I threw on Twitter the other day. It was kind of dumb. Like there was some post on Twitter that said, "Oh, you have 2 weeks vacation or blah blah blah. Which part of the state would you like to go to if you had 2 weeks and you couldn't leave that area?" And of course, everyone has an opinion, and it's usually a pretty biased opinion. Yep. And I told Jordan, I told you guys, I was like, let's try to rile up some people, because if one thing town ball is, there's a lot of pride in town ball. So if you're going to throw something like that out there, like we did on Twitter, basically saying like, hey, what region would you would you want to play town ball in for a summer the most? And we got some funny responses, but it was I don't know how you want to say, the map was broken up. I tried to be as as even keel as possible, but of course, Hayes
tried to piss me off.
Yeah, exactly. Then Hayes comes at me and says, "Yeah, you're clearly trying to poke the bear here."
I mean,
talk to me. What did I do? Did I subconsciously do something?
You know what you did.
Well, you had the state split up into 4 different regions.
I did.
You had like a southwest corner. Then you had like kind of central-ish to the west, and then up north that way.
Yep.
Region 3 is like metro area, but also like the greater central whatever. And then Region 4 is kind of that northeast, like up towards Duluth.
But also the way southeast.
But also the way southeast. Yeah, I guess it does stretch all the way down.
You know how I feel about up north town ball in this state, and you conveniently slid in Litchfield and Dassel Cocato's field in Region 2, thinking I would abandon Delano. I know what you did.
Exactly.
And
I mean, think about all of the good people we've talked to recently, and a lot of them come from that up north region. And here's the thing about Region 3, where of course you got Delano. I'm pretty sure every state champion from last year might fall in that Region 3 zone.
Well, are they in it?
Maybe not.
I don't think.
That might be a region. Yeah. That might be a Region 4. You're right. But they just missed it. But Region 3, a lot of power, victory leagues in Region 3.
Well, we had the Crow Valley League.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true.
Some of them.
We had some response where it was I mean, yeah. One guy said Region 3 clears easy. Region 3 just means more.
It just means more.
Region 3, best of both worlds with the city's teams and the Montrose Waverly Stingers. Wide variety of baseball.
One of my favorites.
Another guy, though, said it's not even close. Region 2.
There was other, and then people were picking, I think, certain regions because they would have the most success there too. So Region 1 didn't get a lot of love, maybe Region 4, and that's, I think, where we need to, the representation,
If I'm going to abandon my post, I'm going to go to Region 1.
Really? Explain why you'd want to play town ball in Region 1. This is that southwest portion of Minnesota.
Looking like you're going to have the 2 Milroys. You're going to have Granite Falls. They've been our field of the episode.
Big Bird Island guy.
Sleepy Eye, Fairfax. Yeah, Bird Island, cool.
Is New Ulm there?
Raymond, New Ulm. New Ulm, hint, hint. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
I mean, and maybe, are they grabbing Waterville? Maybe they're grabbing Waterville.
I think Waterville might sneak in there. We'd have to look again.
So yeah, I don't. That Region 1 would be fun. There's a lot of cool. It's your small towns, and it's up north if you live in Iowa. So
that's true. That is very true. If I had to bail on Region 2, oh man, this is tough. I think I'd look at Region 4 because you got a lot of beautiful areas here from south.
Hinckley.
You get hot for Hinckley. You've got that run. Well, guess what? You can get hot for Hinckley, and then you go down to Red Wing, and then we're doubling up here. I got 2 casino runs right on my route there, so that seems like a no-brainer. You got Cannon Falls down there. You've got. I think Faribault might be in that mix as well. So
yes.
There's some really, really fun teams.
Region 1, you would have Jackpot Junction down in Morton.
I know.
I can't remember the one that's in Granite Falls. So
yeah,
you get your casinos anywhere you want.
Exactly, that's true. Maybe that's what we're lacking. No, Region 2, we have some casinos up north.
Yep,
Region 3, I think you only have Running Aces, and you might have you probably have Mistake Lake, which would be fun too. A lot of our decision making is casino based, which is kind of interesting. Maybe we should get that checked.
We might need to, yeah.
We have to check that out.
I'm not leaving Region 2. I'll tell you that.
Oh, really?
But only because I'm going so far north that I'm finally going to start my Angle Inlet team.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you do get the Angle Inlet, which is great, and you also, War Road. You got a team Rosso up there.
Rosso.
You're bailing on your buddy in Rosso. I mean, that's kind of a bummer.
I'm not picking the region Litchfield and Dassel.
I'm just saying you're bailing on your friend if you're not doing that.
I'm bailing on that. I have friends on other teams.
And I mean, how do you...
Jokes on you. I have a lot of friends.
The heart of Minnesota. Does it not come through the central? You got Stearns County League right there. I mean, it's...
The heart of the state, the heart of baseball is the Crow River.
Really? All right. That agree to disagree. I mean, Highway 12 is hard to beat. I'll just say that. But Stearns County baseball, Region 2, how can you beat it? You got Cold Spring in there. There's going to be some really good baseball. So, kind of a fun little thing. We always try to rile up the masses. We get the burners out, that's for sure. That's easy to do. But fun stuff to do on Twitter. We get through kind of our high school season is kind of wrapped now, and it's kind of fun because you start seeing young guys kind of filling up rosters, and of course you got your Legion, you got some summer stuff there, but for a lot of teams you get some extra, maybe a little bit of extra reinforcement. So we had in Litchfield, we hosted Section 5 AA. And Glencoe just ran through it. I mean, it was. If you know anything about the Glencoe high school team, it is town. It is. Schwartz.
Dean
Schwartz.
Glencoe
Silver Lake, and they just have a well-oiled machine there. They're a small ball team and fun to watch. It is literally. I mean, their pregame is like military. Esque. I mean, it is wild.
Dean runs a tight ship there, and they do have. I think I saw the Glencoe Brewers retweet something from that section final, and they're like, "Hey, good luck to our guys," and then listed like 7 high schoolers that are on their team.
Yeah.
So Glencoe, an already solid team, is getting reinforcements in
course.
the form of 7 more young dudes.
Yeah, and of course they're going to be going to state now with that section win. Got to see, I mean, what's funny is you got all these, like, you're intertwined, town ball and your high school ball, you got a lot of the same media coverage, I mean, especially in that area as well, but you see it all over the state. It was fun. I got to sit in, I did PA announcing, I did music for the section, and a lot of times I was sitting there next to Jeremy Stender out of Glencoe, and then I had Kip Kovar up there. You know, it was fun to be surrounded by
sick. I hang out with media giants.
Yeah, well,
wow,
also
cool,
Delano Obispo all day. Me and Lavelli Neal are kind of buddy
Oh, yeah.
now, and we talk and text more than people know. But it was just fun. It was fun to be a part of it, and of course, it's real easy to talk town ball with guys like that. It is just you jump into that conversation super fast, and the overlap between high school ball and town team ball, there's a lot of overlap there. So, Hayes, you're
busy time for those.
Oh
dudes.
gosh, I mean, for a lot of people it is, especially the host sites. But Hayes, you're associated with once again the Delano Tigers. How did they end up? What did they end up doing?
I'm took a step back, but I'm a friend of the program. Monitoring this situation.
They got one trick pony leading the way. You got Toby Hansen leading the charge for the Tigers.
They're back. They're going back state tournament. Very kind of not out of nowhere, but they started off pretty hot 7-0, and then they hit a lot of road bumps throughout the year. They did bulk up their schedule. They were able to play a couple extra games this year. There's a new rule in place that if you played a tournament that was only 2 days, you could add an extra, essentially 3 games to your schedule. So they did. I mean, Delano played Chaska. They played Wayzata. They played Totino Grace, who won state 2 years ago. They played Matamita, who won state last year. They had it pretty bolstered up. So there was a lot more there was more losses this year, and they'd got going into the end of the year, they got throttled by Benilde, and because going into it they were thinking, well, maybe we could get that 1 seed. Then Orono beat them for a second time. So okay, well, let's see if we can get that 2 seed, and then Benilde just throttled them. So they went in, and their number 2 pitcher, something's popped in the elbow, and I'm just like, this is not good.
Pear-shaped.
Yeah, and so they went in as the 3 seed, won their first game, then they had to go to Benilde, and their little rinky-dink operation. There was 2 bases literally just dug into the dirt in the wrong spot.
Why not?
Why not? Of course not. So Delano kid slides into second, hurts his ankle. 45-minute delay, of course. Nobody from Benilde's going to go try to find the base. So the Delano coaches have to go find where the bases go. But
Just like no plugs out there? Or like
they just had them in the round. They just put
covered.
them right in the dirt.
Unbelievable.
Yep. So there's a 45-minute delay in a second round high school baseball game.
Oh my gosh.
And sorry, I don't care if I pick
That's not very
anybody off.
CRVL of them.
No, it's not.
No, it must not mean
Anyway,
more.
it doesn't mean more down there. So that's city ball.
That's
City
that's
ball.
right. Hey, no hate to our class A
So
guys,
justice
though.
prevailed. The Tigers were they beat Benilde.
Justice
so after
prevailed.
literally a week after, they lost 9-1. So then they get an Orono rematch with them. That was a team they beat in the section championship last year. Orono beat them twice this year. And it was a very back and forth game. A lot of guys left on base. Pitchers just gutting it out, getting out of some tough innings. Delano pulls it off 4-3, so they're in the driver's seat. And then Orono comes back through the elimination bracket last night, it would have been last week. And Delano holds on 6-3. So
wow,
Tigers, Delano, Orono, kind of. No, they're big rivals, and sometimes you got to put little brother in their place.
Ooh, go Tigers. Go Tigers.
So, yeah.
Hey,
So to tie that back into town ball then, Orono is a high school team that feeds a lot of different town ball teams. Delano, you guys feed a couple different town ball teams. So on these 2 teams that were playing in this section championship, if you were to put a number on it, how many of those kids do you think are currently or are going to play town ball?
Well, I'm glad you asked, and that's actually organic, not like derivative.
Yeah, that is true.
So I kind of another thing I was like, oh, maybe I'll touch on this, maybe I won't. So, yeah, I say, oh, Orno's our little brother, especially in baseball. And here's the deal. Toby Hansen, Jeff Foshing, Austin Schneider, Nate Peterson, Zach Muckenhern, the Delano coaches. A lot of respect for Orno's staff. Tommy Burrell, Tim Sonic, former Howard Lake Mighty Orphans. Good players, baseball guys through and through. They're town ball guys, class acts. A lot of respect between those coaches. Orno's got some damn good players. They got some really, really good players. I do feel for them guys coming up short the last 2 years, not being able to get to go state tournament with your buddies, the guys you were playing with. So, there is respect between the players, even though there's probably a lot of mouthing off on the socials and in the fake bar stool accounts.
Of course, yeah,
on Instagram, which are kind of fabulous.
They're fun.
But
they're fun.
They're fun, but there is the bitter part of the rivalry, unfortunately, always ends up in the stands, and just obnoxious people. And I do definitely feel for Burrell and Sonic and what they have to deal with over on that side of the county line. That Toby knows there's expectations, but Toby also has a baseball community that has his back through and through. Mm-hmm. I can't say that about the guys they just beat. So, good or bad, you like it or don't, I don't really care. Change your ways over there. Otherwise, you're going to be our little brother. But getting to that, here's another thing. Yeah, Orno, I know they have 2 players at least that are going to play for Loretto. Okay. Very good grab there by Kent Cooko and Herb over in Loretto, that I think they're going to be pretty nice players for them once they kind of get humbled a little bit and everybody doesn't care that they're going to be college baseball players. Nobody cares. No, they're going to be good additions for Loretto and definitely help give them some depth. And then we have 3 guys on the Tigers that are on the roster.
Sure.
So maybe going to be 4, but one's younger and he's hockey starting quarterback on the football team, so he's kind of going to be pulling a lot of directions. But yeah, some athletics on the Tigers team. So,
I want to just step in and say that's been our Rambo rivalry of the week.
Oh yeah,
stamp it, because that was crazy. That was wild. Hayes, you got that off your chest. I'm glad that we're able to kind of vent a little bit.
So then in 2 days, Delano. Actually, this year kind of cool. First round for Class 3A is gonna be in Chaska. Last year they when they made it, they were down in Jordan. And Delano, Jordan, they are in the same conference for high school sports. So our guys always get a chance to play at the mini met. The guys down there, they don't need my validation that their field is number one. I love it down there. They're class act through and through. Our guys are lucky enough to play there in a regular season game. So now they're going to go play over in Chaska for their first round state tournament game, which I don't think a lot of them have. So they're going to get a really nice treat there.
Yeah,
so
you talk about a lot of the games you've played. You've been in Waconia, you've been in the mini met, you've been in now Chaska. It's like, man, these are gems of ballparks.
These kids are spoiled.
They are very spoiled.
Okay. It's okay. As long as they're appreciative.
It is. As long as they can put the time in after the game. You've got your home games, and you're probably wrapped up in Delano now, but I'm sure you've taught them how to care and appreciate for each field that they are playing on too. So
that's a different
to be determined. You gotcha.
Yeah.
No, that's fun. It should be, that high school season is kind of odd. Guys are graduated. They're still out there playing ball. Kind of fun to track. But we talk about, having success at the end of a high school season. Well, we should talk about maybe the success of our podcast. What do you think about this?
Yeah.
Hayes, you brought this up. You wanted to maybe gloss over. We've had a handful of guests this year. And we just want to say, how has their summer gone to this point? That would be fun to kind of look into, because I know for a fact and I'll just say this because I follow them pretty closely now, but our stump grinder friends, I want to say, haven't had the easiest of roads. And for a young manager, it seems like this happens more often than not. If you're a first-year guy, there's probably going to be growing pains, and you get kind of punched in the face. Hayes, let's talk about the guests we've had on this season and how well they've done this year.
So, actually, just running the quick numbers, our guests' overall record is 26-12.
Ooh,
So
the Talking Town Ball
we are
bump?
the key to
Are we the bump?
success. We're just going to go in order of number of wins, though, in our standings.
Sure.
Not, I can't do the math for win percentage. Number 1, Cannon Falls. Impressive. They've already played 11 games.
11?
I think. I pulled this from the NBA website.
That's crazy.
Cannon
Yeah,
Falls is 9-2.
Okay.
So, John almost just choked on
They
his.
come up to Litchfield and DC. Apparently,
Yeah.
the train, we're just in the tracks, in the middle of the train here.
Yeah.
St. Martin, the Mighty Martins in the District
Scott
6.
Leeser.
7-2.
Good baseball.
Yep.
Yep. Good baseball.
So look out, North Star League teams. You'd be messing with that Stearns County League team come playoff time. 4-1. Our buddies way out west in Rosen. I like that. They're off to a good
the
start. I love
Express.
seeing Rosen. Hopefully they can take home either the teal or wood. I don't know what division they're in.
It's the duck,
Just take home the duck trophy.
Take hold the
They
big duck home.
better have a duck trophy.
Yeah.
So I have them in third place. Bird Island, I put them in fourth place. No, I didn't put them. They're 3-1, off to a good start. I don't think that's probably the least surprising of all of this. Not that Cannon Falls and St. Martin aren't really good.
Yeah,
it's just,
right.
Figure Bird Island's going to get their wins. Our friends in the cities, Minneapolis Mudcats, 3-2, not too shabby.
Respectable.
Yep, and then Shoreview, we're pulling for them. We'll be looking out for their first W. They are 0-4 though, so still.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough, obviously, but we're obviously pulling for all of our guys out there, and as we add guests to this season, we'll continue to track. I think it'll be fun to eventually add Waterville to that list. We're going to talk to Sam Stier in a moment, but before we get into the interview, I kind of want to talk about maybe some future ideas for the show. Okay, there's a couple that I have jotted down here, and I kind of want to see how you guys feel about them. You've got a guy out of St. Patrick. It's a state board member, Mr. Stika.
Yep.
And he has a YouTube channel, and he is putting out some content, and it's all field maintenance related. It's all, you're talking from edging to replacing this or that to just, I don't know. He does it all.
The channel's really cool, and he each, I don't know if you want to call them episodes or whatever, but each video he puts out there kind of focuses on a different thing. He's usually got a solid soundtrack. He had an Alkaline Trio song in one of his videos.
Well, then
a little while
you've
ago.
already fallen in love.
It's all it took.
I want to say it's like the joy of painting. You sit down and you watch Bob Ross paint, and it's relaxing. I sit down and watch Stika edge a line, and I'm like, this is where I want to be, right here.
There are 100%, and there are a lot of people around the state who take great care of their ballparks, and Steek is one of them. And he's showing people hey, here's how you do this, or here's how I do this anyway.
The thing about the field maintenance is it can feel overwhelming at times. If you begin to kind of gain the knowledge that it maybe it isn't as overwhelming as maybe you first think. And I think a guy like Stika he's kind of pulling the curtain back and saying, you're going to commit time, you're going to commit energy to this, but it's all doable. He's a one-man show in these videos.
Yep.
And if you've seen St. Patrick's Field, you would think it's one of the best out
tight.
there right now. It's super tight. So
and between Stika and the numerous people out there that are good at maintaining a field or put the time and care into it, there's a lot to be learned if you are someone involved with a team, or if you are a team that maybe you don't know where to start. Well, maybe check out his videos.
Exactly. And that's where it kind of brings me to this point is, maybe in the future, it might be down the road here, but I think this year sometime, I wouldn't mind looking at maybe bringing on some of these field guys and just get kind of picking their brain a little bit, have a little fireside chat with these guys. And, we talked about Stika. Well, we got Cole Flick locally here. You know him pretty well, Jordan.
I know him.
Yeah. And you've got the guy down in Dundas.
Oh, yeah. Ludwig. If you've been to Dundas and you've played on that surface, you know how well he takes care of that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's the 3 we just named, and there are more. But
Slaughter, from
Shakopee, and he's kind of got that golf background, which a lot of these guys do. But it would be cool, I think, like you're saying, to get all these guys together, or maybe just different segments with all of them about things they like, things they don't like, how to do certain things on the field, and
100%.
And we could, a little. You call it a fireside chat.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot because it's just it's something that I find a lot of comfort in. You go to the ballpark on a day off and you put in some work and you feel good about it.
Well, and if we dedicate an episode to something like that, that would be a great place for if you're someone looking to make some upgrades, whether you have a big budget or no budget. These guys can fill you in on how to do it.
100%. I think that there's a lot of guys out there too that are teetering on the edge of being one of these guys. Like they could absolutely take on a role like that, but maybe they just don't have that full book of knowledge that a lot of these other guys that they possess. And that's what I'm saying. I think it'd be fun to have something like that in the future. And if you're interested, if you're tied to the ballpark at all, I mean, a lot of people, you're talking managers, you're talking a lot of players. Those are the guys that are upkeeping these fields. And I think that hits our demographic pretty hard. So something to look forward to maybe in the future. We're going to probably reach out to some of those big names and try to.
And if you are a ballpark guy that we didn't name, reach out to us. We'll
100%. 100%.
We want to hear what you have to say. So.
All right. And then I'm going to go kind of, oh boy, it's a fork in the road now. And we're going to get a little bit goofier. I mean, and maybe not even necessarily goofy, but I would like to do this. This is a plan. This is the plan right now. In 2 weeks, we have our next show coming out. We have got, which I believe might have been around June 23rd. Did we decide that was that Tuesday?
Yeah.
There is an opportunity. I've been playing with this idea for a while, and it's going to eventually find the Twitter as well. I want to open up a phone line to our listening audience.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that this is probably, we're asking, this could turn ugly, but at the same time,
that's okay too.
We get the final say. It is our podcast, and we're not going to do it live. We're not going to have a live phone line. We're going to let people call in. We're going to let them basically say what they want to say, give shout outs, comment on anything going on in town ball, ask a question. I mean, we would love to field some questions. That'd be fun.
Yeah, we're trying to get some more listener involvement, and we think this would be a good way to do it is, well, you are the town ball audience or the town ball players or coaches or whoever.
Yeah.
And what do you have to say about it?
And if you've had a yearning to be on the pod, and I'm sure that there are a few unique people out there that that their goal is to get on the pod. Here's an opportunity. This is going to be an episode for the fans. We might get 2 messages, we might get 15, who knows? But it's an opportunity for you guys to put your voice out there. You can introduce yourself or your burner account name. We know that that's going to happen.
Yep.
And just give us a comment or a question, and we're gonna probably filter out, try to stay PG-13 on it, and I don't know. It's gonna be fun. I think it is gonna be a fun time, and just kind of keep an eye on our Twitter. We'll let you know a number and a time that we would like calls to come in, and you'll be featured on that next episode of Talking Town Ball. So we're kind of excited about that, how probably ridiculous it's going to end up being. So fun stuff. All right, do you guys have anything else you wanted to touch on before we go into our interview with Sammy boy?
No, I think we covered it. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get into it. All right. From Waterville, the Waterville Indians, this is our Max Bat interview with Sam Stier.
All right, and we are back here with our Max Bat interview of the week. We have Sam Stier from the Waterville Indians with us. How you doing tonight?
Doing great. We just had a section tournament at the home field. Stewart and Cannon Falls are battling it out right now, and got some girls in softball tonight. So
okay,
all around.
Nice. And you're gonna get one to one park and one to another practice, I'm guessing. And then, did you say it was Cannon Falls and LeSueur?
Yep, Cannon Falls, LeSueur's playing right now to go to state. So
we know some.
Yeah, we had Keith Myers on
Keith
earlier
Myers
in the season,
pod.
so that's awesome. Hopefully,
he's got his pitch comms on right now. So making sure he's covering his mouth. He's got all the tricks going on.
We love it. We love it. That's great. We love seeing the town ball guys involved in coaching high school. And so, Sam, you're obviously with Waterville now, but I had heard before you were with the Mankato Mets, and they're no longer in existence. How many years were you with them? Where'd you guys play at, and what was that like?
Oh, I was with them for about 4 or 5 years. It would have been right when I was in college. So I went to Bethany for college, and then joined up with the Mankato Mets in the first 4 or 5 years that they were there. And then when they folded about 2 years after I had left. I'm not the reason. Don't worry about that. But we played at, we'd play home games at East, at the Frank, as it was called back then, and then, ISG Field now. And then we play at Bethany at times. But, I got my feet wet with actually the Austin Blue Sox in high school, and then with them. And now I've been with Waterville for about, 15 almost years now. It feels like 13 years, 14.
Wow.
Okay.
Jeez.
So we've been we're on year 20 of amateur baseball right now.
Congrats. That's awesome.
Another grizzled veteran being interviewed. We love it.
And
I look like I'm 16, so
that's what I was kind of remembering about you. And I was talking to Jake a little bit. He's like a really young guy, but he's been playing for a really long time. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go with that one too. I'm a really young guy, but I've been on the roster for 20 some years. So
if I keep my hat on, then I look young. If I take the hat off, you see the age coming out.
But you're still playing shortstop, aren't you?
Right now I play kind of wherever the pitcher's not.
Oh, okay.
So I've been the last few years here. I was shortstop for until Benny got out of college, and Benny's an All-American shortstop. We're not going to put me over him. So it's just I kind of play wherever the pitcher's not. So if Luke's on the mound, I'll go to third. If Dallas is pitching, then I'll find out when I get to the field where I'm at.
The utility guy, though.
Yeah, I'm all over the place. Yeah.
Love it.
Okay. And I would say, at least over the last decade, you guys have been a state tournament regular, always been a tough out. You've kept that core group together for a while now. What's it been like? I don't know what Waterville was doing before that. I'm guessing when you showed up into town, has nothing to do with any of the Gross boys being good at baseball or the other guys you mentioned. But, when you showed up, it sounds like you guys really took off.
So what's really cool about it, a lot of family members, right? So we have the Selner brothers, and we had the Gross brothers, and now we have about 4 other different sets of brothers.
Wow.
Or cousins or relations, right? Like, so it's kind of funny. Our dugout's like a family reunion every game. For the good and the bad, all the time.
Yeah.
But I actually, when I first came over, I was the head baseball coach. So a lot of these guys are on the team now. I actually coached in high school.
Really?
With the exception of a few, like the Mankato guys, but for the most part, I've either coached with or coached them, a lot of the guys on the team. So for me, it's just a special place in my heart to be able to go and be with those guys. And for them, they just like playing ball, like just a bunch of ball dudes. That's what it is.
Just a bunch of ball dudes. And Hayes, you'd mentioned they had some pretty good success. I don't know if you knew this, Sam, but we had a nice heads up match last year.
Yes.
The old
first round
Litchfield
so.
Blues, Waterville Indians.
Yeah.
Kind of fun because you're a team that we had watched from afar, but like we had no overlap for the longest time. We didn't know anything about each other. And
I can tell you that facing what was your starting pitch? I don't want to be. What was the starting pitcher's name?
Avery Leisman. Yeah.
Yes, Leisman was dog.
He's a tough one. Yeah, he's a tough one to crack. Absolutely.
He was a dog, and I don't know if you know this, but I think the only catch I made all year was that one in left field.
Oh my gosh, really? That
I closed my eyes and I jumped and I hoped I landed. I did not watch that go. I'm like, I don't know if that makes anybody feel better, but did not see it.
It was a game-saving catch. We at that point in time, I think it was a 1-1 ball game or 1-0. And if you don't make that catch, we put up another run and we don't go to extras. That's how big of a catch that was. So it was it was a tight game. I know we had Doc Nagel on a couple episodes ago, and he said it was one of his favorite games because it was just gritty baseball, and it was for the purists out there. It was a 2-1 ball game, and you guys are. I didn't know. We had heard a few things. Bunting was something that you guys were proficient at, and at the end of the game, a suicide squeeze ended it all. So really fun one, and it was fun meeting you guys in Hutchinson. It was just a heck of a ball game and a heck of a battle.
Well, I would agree with that. I think the coolest part about that game is the fact that our 3-hitter lays down a bunt for a suicide squeeze. And, we got guy on third base, less than 2 outs. You're thinking we're swinging away there, and he gets it down, and really it was a close play at the plate, too. It wasn't for sure.
Yeah.
But just a crazy game overall. And 2019 year, we had won like 30 games in a row, and we played in the state tournament. We had 3 walk-offs in that state tournament.
Wow.
So we are affectionately called by our parents and fans as kind of heart attacks. Like we play in a way that everything's close for no reason.
Makes for exciting baseball, though. I'll tell you that much.
So we're about the entertainment. Yep.
Exactly, drama. We love it.
So you guys play at the William Gross field down there, and I know that would be Nolan and Dalton's grandfather, correct?
Yep. And Joe Gross, former manager, former player, his dad.
Okay, yep. And I'll ask you about Joe here in a second, but just kind of walk us around the ballpark down there, and what's the setting like? I know that we talked a little Fox 9 and where they're going to go this year. I know they were down there with you, kind of remembering when you said it's kind of like a family environment in the dugout, and you're all brothers, kind of beating the hell out of each other and picking on each other constantly. What's the Willie looking like? Walk us around the ballpark.
Oh, it's beautiful. So the mound is state of the art. Since I've been here, it's always gotten treated really, really, really well. Has great clay on it. The home plate has a great black stick. We've got new sandstone in the infield, so the infield dirt has a red tint to it. It's beautiful.
Nice.
The grass is thick, but when we cut it short, it plays fast. And then it's about 3-0. It's 315 in left, 307 in right, 360 in center. So it's not a huge park, but it's perfect for the atmosphere. So surrounded in pine trees around the outfield fence, and then it's in this little bowl. It's in a little valley. So when you come in and park, you're up on the hill, and then you come down and walk down, and you just come into this bowl, and the wind might not be blowing down there, but you get the ball in the air, you'll find out the wind's flying.
Love it.
That's great. So I do want to ask about Joe. He just seems like the type, and like you said, former player, former manager. Now he's in the stands. Does he get after you guys after the game at all? Is there, kind of a message from Joe after the game, or is it kind of and I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed in the way you played after a loss type of guy? He just seems like he'd be like that. And that's not a bad thing. I've met him a few times. He's great. So
no, he is the most loving human being you could meet. But he wants his baseball product to look like a baseball product. Right? So
yes.
we gotta play baseball, and we gotta do our things right. And he's also a dad to the kids on the team. Like he's a second father to many of us, but he does have 2 kids actually on the team, and he'll be the first one to hit with you on the side, life talk on the side, all that stuff. But when you go play baseball, you better play baseball.
Perfect. So, like I've said, and like you said, it was 2019, you won like 30 games in a row. You had a couple walk-offs. I know one of them was at Delano. Maybe a couple
Two
of them were.
Two of them were Delano.
Okay, yep. So what's the team looking like here now in 2026? I mean, that was 7 years ago. You still able to have the whole old band back together, still getting it done, replenishing with some young guys.
Yeah, for the most part, the core group is the same guys. From that 2019 team, we lost guys like Riley Schultz and Ray Trentz went over to Morristown. Like guys like that that you always have those guys that come and go that mean a lot to you in those years. But like a Ty House is now out in St. James, but now like our core that we've had the last few years has been sustained. So you're talking like Luke Sellner, Josh Cook, Dalton, Nolan Gross, Ben Baran, All-American shortstop from college that just keeps hitting nukes. I don't think he knows what pitch is coming, but he can hit it.
Sometimes that's better.
Is like, what'd you see up there? I don't know. Just swinging.
Ball. Barrel on ball.
And that's kind of an inside joke, so you guys just hit the nail on the head with that one. And then Jack Mellstrom's such just a dude behind the plate for us. So I know I'm missing people. Bladen, Ethan, I'm missing people, but
it's all good.
You're good.
It's all good.
But they're all studs. And the thing that's really cool is even our bench players, like when we get some of those guys in the game and we're probably a louder and more obnoxious dugout when those guys are playing.
Okay.
Sure.
Because we're so wanting them to have success.
Yeah. I love it.
Cool.
So guys are in the 1360 league. Do you guys have your own region, or are you paired up with a team or league that's in southeastern Minnesota? Or is it you guys have your own region?
We get paired up with like Cannon Falls, Lake City.
Okay.
Sure.
Yep.
So this year we only get 2. Pine Island's one of those teams too. Last year we had 3. This year we get 2, I believe. And I don't know the reason behind it. And I'm not going to get into that.
Right. You can, but no. We don't know either.
Political stuff. But, I remember looking at this region and thinking it's going to be a dogfight to get out of this. Because Cannon Falls has been playing. We just talked about Cannon Falls. They've played 11 games. I think they're 9-2 right now. So they're a good squad. You guys are perennial, it's a perennial powerhouse. And is there any other team that I'm trying to think back of who are some other notables that would potentially, be a state bid worthy squad?
Well, they used to be in. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Sam.
Sorry. No, you're good. You're good. Pine Island made it last year, and they were a young group, and I expect them to be very good. Again, they just didn't have that they didn't have that Keith Myers guy, right? But they can hit the crap out of the ball. And then we have. Blue Earth is always good, always in the running. Morristown made it to state a couple of years ago. Waseca's been knocking on the door. Min Lake has been there pretty much every other year. So out of our region, there's been about 2 1360 teams that have gone now that we're in this region again. But thankfully, part of it's because we don't have to see Keith Myers at his prime anymore, which we used to have to see in the teens. So now we're starting to catch up a little bit. So
that's right.
Yeah, because you guys were in the old Region 6, so you would have paired up with the River Valley League as well. So
yeah, we had some battles with Jordan.
Yeah, I was going to say you don't have to go through Jordan anymore,
Holy
which
smokes.
is probably a nice feeling. But you guys always seem to make it out of there, so...
The year 2019 we won 30 games in a row.
Yep.
First game of the year we lost to Northfield, and then we went on this tear, and we didn't lose another game until the region championship game against Jordan, and it was like a 2-1 game, and then we didn't lose another game until we lost to Hutchinson, who eventually lost to Jordan in the state championship. So it was like okay, we played 3 games. The only 3 games we lost were the 3 games we lost. Like we ended up where we were, right? That made sense.
Mm-hmm.
might be the only year that baseball was actually made sense. You know,
you won the games you should have won.
You lost the state
and you played
champ,
some
you lost
really
the
tough teams.
state runner-up, and you
Holy
lost the first
smokes.
game of the year. Yeah.
Golly.
yeah. So you dream for that. That never happens. So, you know, and we're early in the year yet, but I like where things are going. I like how our bats and how our lineup works, and we just, like I said before, we have ball dudes, and it's really, I'm excited to see how this year's version of the same group of guys turns in, you know, what it turns into.
Yeah, every year is another year of you know, experience, and as long as you've got that core group that's not getting too old, you know, you're going to continue to see success. So I'll just say this, the team I saw last year can compete with anybody. So I'm excited to see you guys again. You've got a little bit shorter trip if you make it this year. You don't have to go too far. That Hutchinson drive, you know, we had an 11 a.m. game for that first rounder, and I remember thinking, like, we got an 18-minute drive to Hutchinson, and Waterville's got about an hour and a half. It's got to play right into our hands, and no, it didn't matter. But you guys, I mean, I'll say this: your following is incredible. You've got a hell of a fan base there in Waterville.
Oh, we do. We have so much support locally here. It's really a blessing. I know it's not like that for everybody, but it's something special here. So we have sponsors that will host nights, and they come down. It's $100. They can host the night, and then they get what they want from the concession stand. I'll leave it at that.
Nice.
And
treat them right.
It's yes, exactly. And they bring people down, and there's businesses in town like DT's 118 that will host after parties and things like that. And it's definitely a ball town and a bunch of ball dudes. And so when you talk about the morning game, I think that might have been to our advantage because it forced us to get out of bed.
That's probably true. Limits your Saturday night activities. I believe it was a Sunday morning,
I'm sure.
Right? Yeah. But no, that was just fun being out there and fun battling, and you guys, the style of ball you play, it was fun to be a part of. So it does sound like a ball town. I mean, I haven't spent a lot of time in Waterville. I'll be honest. I don't know.
But your town is kind of like your two lakes kind of conjoin right there. I don't want to say it's an up north town because it's not up north, but it's still kind of like it's got some
lake vibes,
legit lake tourism vibes though to it. Like that's a spot you'd hit up in the summer.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I think our population doubles in the summer.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And it is. It's so when we had the floods in 2022, was it?
Sure.
2023 maybe. When those floods hit, it was like knee deep in the middle of my backyard. And then it just like, because I'm up a little bit above the crest, right? So it was like knee deep in the middle of my back. I could have gotten in my kayak and floated to Faribault. Like, it's just, that's the kind of water and level of water we have here. So it's not called Waterville for nothing.
Okay.
That's true. That's a great point. Yeah, it sounds like a great area. Great. I mean, I need to get down there for a ball game. I mean, we keep saying
to the list.
We got to add it to the list. We keep talking about destinations, and you know, Hayes wants to get out to Rosen because you know we interviewed for Rosen, and we want to get out to New Trier. We keep talking about New Trier, and
we're trying to get to Dan's.
We're trying to get to a bar in New Trier, but we got to add Waterville to the list, and because I do remember watching the town ball tour out there, and it was one of those communities you're like, yeah, this is fun. This is a fun baseball town, and you want to be a part of that. You want to go watch a game and be surrounded by people that enjoy it as much as you do. So,
it's super cool. And one of my favorite days of the year is we host a youth night, a youth day.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the Elysian Little League. We have them come over and they actually play. We have shortened like throwdown bases, and they'll play in the morning before we get our game going, and then we honor them during our game, and they get to watch and all that. And it's so much fun just seeing all the amount of kids that just show up for that. And the other funny part is that both years, somebody from the opposing team, I won't say which team because it's the same team, has been kicked out within the first 3 innings of both teams.
Oh, man.
Right in front of the youth. And I'm like, I love this.
That's awesome.
We're going to have to figure that out off air, and we'll figure it out.
Well, I think before we let you go and get back to all the different baseball activities and softball activities that you have, we've talked about, your success at the state tournament, and a lot of different things. One lasting memory for me, and we have mentioned a couple times the 2019 season. I believe this was 2019 when you guys were on your win streak. The Dassel Cokato Saints, we played in the same, I think it's the Coors Light Classic in Jordan. Is that what it is? The Coors Light? Yep. So we were
Charlie
there.
Larka. It's Charlie Larka.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at the time it was Coors Light or whatever, but we were there. You guys were there, and you must have played right before us because you guys stuck around and took advantage of all the cold drinks that Jordan had to offer. And
we didn't ring the bell at all.
Oh, no, not at all. You guys were having so much fun that this is a lasting memory for me, and more so my younger brother Gus of the Waterville Indians. And I have a picture that we may have to send you. You may even be in this picture. I'll have to find it, but we're playing. I can't even remember who we're playing. And my younger brother Gus is an outfielder for us. He's a speedy guy, good on defense, but this specific season, he was hitting a lot of doubles, and you guys turned our game into, or I should say, you guys became his fan section during our game, like the rowdiest fans that could be in attendance, and it's for a completely different team. He hit a double in his first at bat, and you guys went nuts. And then every time he came up to bat for the rest of the game, you just chanted, Gus, Gus, Gus. And then after the game, we went over to talk to you guys, and you must have fed him 40 Busch Lights. And it was a really fun time and just a lasting memory for me and our team of you guys and just the type of fun squad that you guys are. So thanks for that memory. Just wanted to throw that out there and see if you remember that at all. I don't know. I don't know if you'd remember it, but
I don't know how late I stayed because I lived close enough that I could have gotten home, and I had responsibilities, so I'm not going to claim all the fun stuff.
It was just the hoodlums.
Some other guys may not have had responsibilities.
It was the rest of the hoodlums.
What I can say is the now late and great, awesome friend, brother Shane was definitely there.
Oh yeah.
And I can tell because he's one that would start that chant.
It seems like the type of dude he was and the type of crew you were. So, again, thanks for that. And, just like we've said, a good team, a fun team to watch, and just a fun, family squad. So.
Well, if you're not having fun, you're not playing baseball. Right?
That's true. That is true.
Is why
that's
we're
number
out
one.
there. 100%. No, it's.
And if you don't bet on yourself, you're not playing. So I want Delano round 1 state tournament.
Let's go.
Sounds good.
I mean,
and we'll save Leisman for the championship game.
There you go.
Yeah.
If only Delano could. You're still C. You're still well into Class C, though, right?
Yeah, no. We are. We escaped the points.
Exactly. So
they're moving up just to play Delano.
Delano's, you're going to have to either make a move or Delano's going to have to make some cuts, but I think we can steer clear. Hey, maybe a future matchup for the Blues or even the Saints over here. DC Saints, an up-and-coming team. You never know. You might see them in the tournament, but we hope to see the Waterville Indians back at it. So,
well, I can tell you this. I got old enough and I moved into town, so I lost all my points.
Perfect.
That's the way to do it.
You just got to keep getting older. That's how you do it.
Keep getting older. Keep moving closer. That's the only way to do it.
That's
right.
All right. Well, hey, thank you for your time and good luck this summer. We'll be keeping an eye on you, and hopefully we run into you at some point. In Shakopee, New Prague, Chaska, or Jordan, watching you guys play. So
or in Waterville. Maybe we'll come down.
Come on to the Willie. We used to have a tournament called the Wet Willie. It was great. It was 1 year.
Oh yeah.
It is. The show's coming out on 6/9, and we're talking about the Willie. So, there's a lot of things going on.
So, all right, Sam. Thanks, man. Have a good one.
All right, appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.
See ya.
We'll see ya.
And that was our Max Bat interview of the episode with Sam Stier of the Waterville Indians. That was a fun one. Good guy.
Absolutely. It'll be fun to track now. We mentioned earlier we're going to start tracking our guests' win-loss records. And it's a lot of pressure for these guys, but I'm excited to see how Waterville does. I mean, last year they dethroned us in the state tournament. So good team and good group. And fun to talk to Sam.
Yeah. Well, moving on from there, what do we want to touch on before we really wrap this thing up?
I think we put this thing to bed. You know, we're getting in the. Would you say we're getting close to the dog days of
What
of
constitutes
town ball?
the
Is
dog
it is it
days?
late June?
No, it's after the 4th of July.
You think so?
After
you
the
think
4th?
so?
After the 4th of July.
I think that late June can get a little bit heavy for some groups.
Yeah.
I-
Maybe if it doesn't mean as much to you.
Well, okay. Great point. So then technically we're far away from the dog days. We're getting into the the meat and potatoes here of the town ball season.
And since today's Tuesday, tomorrow's Wednesday.
Let's touch on
Tops
it.
9 town ball game up in Farming.
Yeah, farming.
Ooh, so we're
yeah.
gonna, for a lot of guys, you got Wednesday night games. We'll go TiVo that thing. I know everyone's got
Yeah.
a TiVo, right? No,
Yeah, there's still
no
the
one has TiVo. I think on YouTube TV you can record. Make sure you go on and record all those upcoming not talking town ball, but town ball tour shows. Because, boy, it is fun to come back after a game, and whether or not you watch it that same night, catch it the next day, and
There's good local
man,
stories.
it's so fun. It's so fun. We're excited for all the groups that are involved. We covered that last show, and I think farming is going to be a heck of a starting launching point for the tour. So definitely keep an eye on it. Otherwise, hey, we're getting into the thick of it now. It's going to be I think it's going to be a great summer. I'm excited for the weather to start cooperate. We had some cold days. We had some really hot days. Can we bring on some 78-degree days?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I think we're owed that. But, without further ado, I think, Hayes, you've been kind of studying this week. You've been in the lab. You wanted to kind of bring out you wanted to have a real good field of the week, right? The field of the episode.
Heavy hitter here, I think.
Heavy hitter, the Brian Rock field of the episode with Ryan Hayes.
Yep, we are going to head south.
Ooh.
To a town of all the beer you can drink. Home of August Shell.
Oh, boy, we know.
That
We're well aware. We know.
I don't believe it.
If you're a town ball player, you know where we're headed.
I don't believe in that drink and stuff. We're going to head to New Ulm. Johnson Park in New Ulm, which they just put up a new Jumbotron donated by the Steinbach family. I'm not familiar with their game, but thank you
Never
for
heard of
that.
them. They've probably never played baseball.
Oh, boy. Remind us the fun name that the team they played on, the... Golly, what was that German name of that team?
Oh, the
I'm gonna get into that.
Okay,
Yeah, let's
sorry.
let-
Am I
spoilers, no
stomping on
spoilers,
your,
sorry.
I'm
No,
stomping
it's
on
all
your
good.
touchdown call
It's all
here?
good because actually, you're right. New Ulm Kaiserhof is that's a bar, so that was their sponsor. Obviously a German bar. It can't really butcher that up too much. But yeah, that was the kind of growing up. They were up there in my opinion. They were a recognizable name, like Dundas, like Meesville, like Cold Spring. People can probably argue that, but they went to a lot of state tournaments, and they had, the Steinbach family, in and out of the lineup at different times throughout their existence. They no longer exist, though. The New Ulm Kaiserhof is defunct, but when they weren't, they were playing at Johnson Park, built in 1983. Seating capacity of 1,648. That's a
big stadium.
Huge.
About 85 games there a year. 335 down the left field line. 376 to center.
Wow.
405 to dead center. 363 to right center. And wouldn't you know it, only 300 down the right field line.
Everybody loves the lefties.
Yep. Sickening. So, like I had said, the New Ulm Kaiserhof, they also had a team called they were the New Ulm Millers because of the flour mill in town. And now the only one left standing is the mighty New Ulm Brewers, who I believe lost to Nisswa in the Class B state semifinal. So the Brewers have really at least kept the solid tradition of baseball going down there in New Ulm, because New Ulm is very, very rich baseball history. So, and that being said, we're going to take a little detour, though, outside of New Ulm, about a 20-minute drive to a town called Leavenworth. And I don't know if this is still there because the book I'm stealing this information from is about 10 plus years old. And the individuals that were running this Leavenworth Baseball Museum were older at the time of publication. So not sure they're running the show there anymore. But Leavenworth Baseball Museum, located in the town's former parochial grade school and attached to the Japanese Martyrs Catholic Church. Explain that one to me.
All right. We're not going to touch that one.
Brothers Mel and Donald Duke Cook were local farmers, of course, who played amateur baseball and had a passion for carrying on the tradition of showcasing sports memorabilia, which I feel like that's kind of made a comeback lately.
Oh, huge.
From the area, started by two other local residents. Opened in 1991, the museum is stockpiled with hundreds of items like baseball uniforms and equipment, photos, newspapers, clippings, trophies, and programs that go back 9 decades. Duke Cook, 87 at the time, says one of the most valuable artifacts is a 1922 photo showing a cold Babe Ruth and the Yankee teammates Bob Musial at an October barnstorming event in neighboring Sleepy Eye. We talked about that before. These barnstorming events would provide supplemental income for well-known players like Babe Ruth needed it, who would be pitted against a collection of local all-stars at each venue. Duke Cook says that the day before the Sleepy Eye stop, Ruth had been in Omaha where the temperature was in the 80s. He got here and the temperature was 10 degrees with snowflakes dropping. Cook said they played a local all-star team for 5 or 6 innings. Ruth hit 2 tanks, posed for a photo, and said, "I'm out of here."
Yeah, he had hot dogs to eat at that point.
Johnson Ballpark.
Kind of cool, too, the field. It bucks up against another great park, too, right? I mean, it's parallel
they have
to...
It's a football field actually separates the two. I think there's a football field between them. But, yeah, I know they were COVID. You're supposed to have the state tournament down there, and, hopefully they get another chance or want to have another chance at it because I think they were going to do it at the 2 sites. And a lot of opportunities. You could do a lot in a football-sized area between 2 fields. So
Obviously, it was a bummer to not have that 2020 tournament in New Ulm. I think that kind of came down to, I think there was some city people involved.
I think it was more the county.
Yeah,
it was so out of the baseball people's hands.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Them, so we hope that nothing ever gets held against that group. That they're great. Nope. Great baseball people down in New Ulm, and it's the tradition is
and
just
Al
wild.
Fleur is the guy who runs the Brewers, and like I said, they're solid. They came up to Delano last year, and that's a little bit of a hike.
Yeah,
they brought a great crowd on a Sunday game.
Oh, man.
It was a blast. So, get the New Ulm Brewers to your ballpark,
100.
or go play them at theirs because it's fabulous.
Oh, absolutely, and like you said, there is plenty of beer to be drank down there too. So I think that they might even have some custom.
Does New Ulm have their own?
They might have their own custom beer. We're such suckers for that stuff, and
it's the best.
I mean, you look around and there's some really good communities that have some breweries, and a lot of times you'll see partnerships there. I mean, in Cold Spring, I know for sure they're selling a lot of. I think it's 3rd Street brew house there. So
Union Hill we mentioned earlier in the episode, but they have their own beer too because
it's so cool, so cool. Well, great, good stuff. I mean, great episode. I think we had a great time with Sam. We touched on some things. We're talking about hinting at some future episodes. Well, remember, we are going to have an episode for the fans next time around. Next episode, keep an eye on the Twitter because there's going to be an opportunity to
for you to speak your piece.
Speak your piece. Send us a question, a comment, a concern. We want to listen, and here is your platform. So there will be an opportunity for you to leave a message with us and for it to be played on the next episode. Once again, keep an eye on the Twitter for that. Gentlemen, do we have anything else we want to say before we wrap it up?
Nope.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. All right, perfect. Until next time, hey, let's have a great summer. We'll see you then.